Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is BaconSauce, and today I'm going to be trying something kind of different. I'm going to be doing a story time. And before we start the video, I would just like to say that a shout out to Josh Lincoln Studios. I have watched other Storytime videos before I watched Josh Lincoln Studios, and yeah, so I was kind of inspired. Like, I got into watching more Storytime videos after I watched Josh Lincoln Studios. I mean, I have watched heaps, and I have been meaning to make one for a while, but yeah, now I'm making one. So if anyone goes in the comments saying, "Oh, you copied Josh Lincoln Studios," but yeah, I'm not. I'm just kind of inspired by him. So yeah, anyway, this story is about how my mum had a fight with my French teacher. So this was at the start of this year, and what we do is we have our form class. In America it's called homeroom, and yeah, we have our French class, and the teacher hated me. I'm not gonna say her name, but it was like Madam. I'm not gonna say her real name. Like, it was Madam and then her name. I'm just gonna call her Madam Sabine. So Madam Sabine, she's really mean. I mean, as soon as I walk into this class for the first time, she started off by hating me. So straight away, I was in a bad mood that day. So I walk in, and she starts explaining all the stuff about French. And it's fifth period, last period for us. And I'm getting really tired, and I lie down on my desk and just start fiddling with all my pencils and that. And then she just walks over and she just bands on my desk and just says, "Get up! What do you think this is? School?" No, she didn't say it. So something like, "Oh, it's not home time yet. You can do that at home." And yeah, she just did things like this, like picking me out first, last. I mean, one example is once she chose people, and they had to go into the interactive whiteboard. If you have those, you will have a pen and you could draw on the whiteboard. And she had all these French words in there to match them up to the real word, the English word, I mean. And for some reason, she chose me, which is really unlikely. And I walked up and I put it on the right one. I knew it was the right one. And she said, whoever got this one, and this one, stand up, because they got it right. It's just pointing to my name. So I stood up, along with some other people, and then she said, who did this one? And then someone said, "Oh yeah, I did, Madam Sabine." And then she's like, "Oh, who did this one?" And then they're like, "I did, Madam Sabine." And then she's like, "Who did this one?" And then they're like, "I did that one, Mrs. Sabine." And then she's like, "Who did that one?" And then at the same time, Mary. And then she said, "Who did this one?" Me. And someone else in the class, I'm not going to mention his name, I'm just going to call him Ezra. So Ezra, yeah, she didn't believe me. She believed Ezra. She didn't even ask. So knowing me, I just stood up there and started arguing with her. I'm like, "Oh, Madam Sabine, I already did it. Oh, I hate you, Madam Sabine. So annoying." I mean, I didn't say I hate you, but I just argued with her and said that I did it. So yeah, since Madam Sabine left me out, I was really behind in French because she wasn't giving me enough attention attentioning and teaching me the stuff that I needed. While she was telling me off, I was not enjoying the class as well. So for the parent-teacher interviews, my mum and dad walked up to me, and so the first thing that Madam Clark says for the parent-teacher interviews is this. Oh, your kid, she talks like this actually. Your kid does not like French, doesn't he? And I'm like, oh, no. And then she's like, well, he has got one of the worst results in the class. He does not like the subject, and he is not showing any attention towards it. And he is not enjoying the class. He is very disruptive. He is just a bad student overall. And he has got about 15% for his French exam, and he about knows nothing. He just mess around with all his friends, and I just don't think that he's enjoying the subject. And after she said this little speech to my parents and to me, my mum stands up, and then she says, what did you say? You just start off with a negative attitude, and then you haven't said anything positive. And then my teacher goes like, oh, but it's true. He's just a not good student overall. He's not focused. He's not doing anything. He's just a bad student. And then my mum says, she says, I think that you're a bad teacher. And then she goes, oh, what? What? Yeah, what? What did you say to me? What? What? And then it just goes on and on. My mom's like, oh, yes, you are. And she's like, no, I'm not. I'm a very good teacher. I'm a qualified teacher. And my mom has been a teacher in the past. A primary school teacher in America. I call it elementary, and they just keep going on and on. My mum repeated herself and said, oh, you just start off with a negative thing. You haven't said anything positive about my son. And Madam Sabine, she's like, I was gonna get onto the positives, and yeah, she actually did say that. And my mum, she said, I think we have to go now. And to be honest, I actually laughed. Yeah, thanks for watching the video. If you guys want to see more story time, let me know. And yeah, I have some really intense stories to tell you guys. And I will, just let me know in the comments. Make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you don't do drugs, kids. See ya.